Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Clemson Tigers. We stay with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Volunteers will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gets the back moving. They'll give it to Johnson. Defense all over him.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had...
I'm dropping this link real quick. Call me Jaden. Stream. Alright, bet. Let's get it.
Well, they had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Might as well run him again. Good, strong tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage.
That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. Motion from the wideout. Burrowing for yardage. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good 3rd down situations, execute on 3rd down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense. To the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
I'm over here trying to figure out these damn moves.
Long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
How the fuck that nigga make it all the way over here?
2nd and 9. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Raiola. Right side, it's Johnson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. Started there, pickup of 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there.
Okay, you'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. 33, but not before he gets 10.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. RPO complete. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The balls are flying down the field. St. Clair. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Delayed give. It's Johnson. Makes him talk to the hand. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
And David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. You're sending a direct message to the opponent.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. Throwing St. Clair. Escapes the pressure going right. That's it, 5. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. Trying to take it back. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake. They maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dan.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
That's caught. It's Johnson. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. 3rd and long right here. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola.
Oh, my Lord.
Intercepted, and the defense
Ain't no
has
way.
set him up.
This nigga got a safe, a corner. Fucking playing.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. They'll give it to Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Defense might bring the house here. Out wide left, it's Brown. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. St. Clair. Out wide right, it's Staley. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Caught in the backfield, it's Preston. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Wide receiver going in motion. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and, man, a lot of times now they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the look at.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Running inside, it's Johnson.
This nigga.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That boy can tackle.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. On the option. They can't corral the pass. The ball's on the ground.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
I'm sick after that one.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Tavian St. Clair stepping to the right. He's going to run it. The clock winds down for 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Now on 2nd down. Brings into the open. He's at the 20. Into the end zone. Touchdown Volunteers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown.
Oh, fuck, bro. Just like that, the game changed.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Raiola to throw. Fires it down the seam. Pulls it in down the middle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Raiola. He's taking the shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
2nd and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Gets it to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
That 3rd down
What the
pass
fuck?
was coming in hot before it fell to the
How
ground.
in the hell
I
did
want to give
Buddy
a shout
even
out to the
get a
defense
hand
there
there?
on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job
some
getting
of
back
these
into that
defenders are
zone
superhuman.
and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Fields the punt. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down.
I'm still mad I got that costly ass turnover. That's damn near the game.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Throwing St. Clair. Fires to the middle. And he gets rid of it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Fires to the middle. Left side is Hunter. Breaks a tackle and he
Chill out, son.
the 30.
Chill out, son.
Touchdown ball.
Oh, hell
He got a
no.
step. It was all over.
I'm through. It's over. This shit so fake.
Lining up for the PAT. Oh, he missed it. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown.
I'm through.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
That shit beyond me, bro.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Raiola to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, a first half turnover
You
to
got it,
swing
man.
momentum. He's
You
knocked
know
down,
about
but
you,
what a
man.
play to come up with the interception. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Look out! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On a ground to cover here on third and long. St. Clair snags it. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's not going
How the
anywhere.
fuck is
This
this nigga
defense
tackling
has
me
no
like that?
plans to give up a big play before the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's get things popping with Maryland taking on the number 24 team, the Wisconsin Badgers. And it's the Terrapins, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that too offensively by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. If it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
From the gun on third down, St. Clair. He'll
Nigga
pull
didn't
it
even
down.
plan on passing
They'll
that
make the
bitch,
stop
bro.
about a yard short of the first down.
And that's really...
This shit weak.
What we saw in the first half by this defense. We knew coming into the football game, man, this guy's got dynamite. Like, he's got the explosive ability to make plays, throwing the football and running. And kudos to this defense. They've been dialed in, locked in, not giving up the big plays on the ground, understanding he's a threat, and playing him like that.
Stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll lose yards on that one. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing Raiola. Out wide left, it's Burrows. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. The hand to the running back. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Got his man. He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. Never a doubt. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And
the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive, and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Escapes the pressure to his right. Throws to the wideout.
Bro, stop playing.
Way out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. St. Clair. Right side, it's Brown. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming. St. Clair fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right there. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The balls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throwing St. Clair. Oh, pressure's coming. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping. The defense was ready for that.
Again, it's St. Clair. Moving out to the right. He'll try to do it himself. Flies to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
I should not be losing, bro. I'm fucking dumbass.
And the balls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, it's Johnson. Just smothered on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
No, we need to turn that.
St. Clair gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. to the wideout. Holds on, it's Preston. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side.
Damn, I tried to shake that nigga.
Way behind the line of scrimmage.
Real life
It'll
running
be an
backwards.
8-yard loss. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Here's Raiola to throw. Swings it out to the flat. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
That's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Raiola to throw for it on 4th. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end and coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Jaden on the play action. Buying time to his right. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
Well, the good news on that play is the quarterback was able to scramble and go pick up the 1st down with the lead late in the game. Bad news is that you just love them to stay in bounds to get this clock started sooner so you can bleed more of it off. That's just a coachable moment moving forward of having a better understanding of the situation in game.
And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On a little time, lets it go. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Tavian St. Clair. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed.
Well, that just happened.
6. Touchdown, Clemson. Here comes the 2-point try. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He's got it in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we have a 1-possession game late. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here, a couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they could put this thing away. On the run, deep down the right side. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Long way to go on second down. The give, it's Johnson. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now third in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Throwing St. Clair. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They kick it away on fourth down. On the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Firing to the right, complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. He'll toss it. Looking for room at the 30. They bring him down. A big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Play call that time by the O coordinator.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And drops hurt as it is. But when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw the football again. That is a big missed opportunity.
Here's Raiola to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. On the move. Throws to the wideout. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's gone! And they get a little closer here late in the game.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kick to field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They used a timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. Turn, it's Thorne. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. St. Clair rolls right. On a little time, lets it go. Down wide right, it's Staley. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Damn, that's the game. Sick.
The Volunteers right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
That fucking... damn, that shit biting me in the ass.
Solid pick up of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Vols inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Right side, it's Overton. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Motion from the back. From the gun on 3rd down, St. Clair.
No!
He's got enough to move the chains, and that clock will keep moving, and they'll be able to run it out.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy late in games that you know you can trust. Game on the line. Just need to get one first down. And Palmer, they can run it. They can play it safe. But they give it to their dude, and he delivers.
And that's a play that they can run in their sleep, too. Something they practice all week long. They carry it in their playbook each and every week. It's a good play call because you're dialing up something that all 11 guys know in the back of their hand. They go out and get the execution needed to win this game.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters.
Wow.
This team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
Oh, it's highlights. Oh,